Oops. That's my bad. Me. Pay for it. Hey, Shelly. I don't know what that light back there is reflecting. It look creepy. It was good. It was good. How was your weekend? I need a fucking break away from all upstate New York, New Jersey, New everything. I need a break from just up here in general. I don't want to see this shit for a minute. What is that? Where is that reflection even coming from? It has to be me. Because every time I move, it moves. It look creepy though. It look like my shadow and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It said, dance my ass off to the point of almost pain. Ooh, sound like you did have fun. Yeah. Why don't you take a road trip? Can't afford it right now as far as, like, there's a lot of things I gotta do beforehand. Still gotta get a new car. Still gotta do a lot of shit. Pay for a lot of shit. I'm the main drain, head of household. So I'm taking care of more than just me right now. Stubby, get out of the box. What is she doing? Get out of there. Is she in a box or she? Get out of there. It's my box for tarot cards. She's sitting up in there. Get the fuck out of there. You need a vacation, yes, entirely. Where everyone will just come along with me. The whole flock. She's so funny. Bitch, get your. No, she laying on my papers. Where everyone will just come with me, cause it's obnoxious, but it is what it is. That's family. That's what family is for. Gotta do what you gotta do. I love them, so I'm gonna do what I need to do. The youngest just picked up a new job though, so I think I could whisper and chide and try to get him to maybe sit back, babysit Stubby, and pay for some of his own shit. He also trying to do something with his car, so I basically am the father of all these creatures up in here. I'm playing, but now we all needed a reset. How old is the youngest? He's 2 years younger than I am. Almost 2. He's a Scorpio. He's November 21st. You are the oldest of 5. I have an older sibling who does not live here. And then I have a younger sibling and my grandfather. Grandfather wants to go on a vacation anyway, so what I can do is slip away into the dark of the night whenever we go someplace, cause that's an old ass man right there. That nigga's up at night anyway. I don't know what the fuck he do. But he's been wanting to go on something in October anyways. So I figure I'll take advantage of that. Take him, drop him off at my mom's. Then I'll go drinking or something. I've been doing that, but to be fair, I try my best with him. He just talks way too goddamn much. He's a Sagittarius Capricorn. The way we're so similar and so different in so many different ways, right? Hi Incognito. I've seen you up in here before. But he and I are similar and so different in so many ways. Nigga does not know when to stop talking. He's Sicilian, right? So, or he's part Sicilian. He's 50% Sicilian. So he's got all that like Italian, and I'm like, yo, I cannot keep up. I swear I've seen your name up in here. Maybe I've just seen another Incognito. But I think our family is very good genetics, because grandfather ain't bedbound or nothing. That nigga runs around like, you know, he got new legs and shit. This nigga's out here trying to do everything. Old school Italian culture is my favorite. Yeah. This is how I would like. Would you like to live in the kitchen? Would you like to live in the kitchen? Because that's what they believe. He actually, he's what is it? He's a little bit before, like the boomer area, right? So he actually has very good, like, what is he? He understands this generation a little bit more. than most old people do. To be fair, there's 40-year-olds who don't understand this generation at all. He's learning right now, and he's getting real good at it. So he listens, even though he's stubborn as shit. We're both stubborn as shit. Every time I'm having a conversation with this dude, it's the most frustrating shit. What he understands. I'm a very good cook. Okay, well, in the kitchen you go, right? In the kitchen you go. Pitchforks and fucking torches. I'm gonna put you in the kitchen. There's a few of us. Maybe we're all Leos. I don't know. Leos. I like Leos. To be fair, y'all can be a bit self-talkative. Self, you know, you like talking about yourself, but I like y'all. I know the woman's placed in that scenario. I would actually enjoy it. Well, she would enjoy my family. Oh, too damn old. My brother's actually he's also built way different, surprisingly. He's more built like my grandmother. Like, I be just mean emotionally, because both two Scorpios, November 16th and November 21st. He's just like her. It's so scary. So I'm like, bitch, you. I'm like none of them at all. I'm not like none of my family. He's just like my grandmother. It's so funny sometimes. I'm like, bro, your sarcasm or everything. I'm like, that's so scary. You have strong Scorpio placements. Just I mean, I look at it this way. I have probably one of the most toxic Scorpio placements of all. Even in Western astrology, I have I think it's Scorpio in the eighth house, and that's one of the most toxic. Because in the relationships, it's like it's wild. It's what is it? Controlling, extra controlling, hyper controlling at all times and shit. I feel like sometimes I'll say, like, I'm not that controlling, but at the same time, then I'm like, I'm controlling. Some say that Mars is more scorpionic than the sun. Hey. Hey. I can tell you something. I actually, for the longest time, I didn't get along with the other Scorpios because of that, obsessive control issues. Where, like, I wasn't, I don't want to say I was raised like that, because my other two siblings are nothing, like I said, we're nothing alike. Those two are alike. I'm not anything like them. That's not me being cocky or anything like that. We are just not alike. It's scary, because they're both water. I was surrounded by water signs, I guess, mixed with Libra. And I have Libra Mars, I believe, in Western astrology, which makes me very, like, I know right from wrong. And I do correct people. And that is still controlling. I like kind of being the eyeball, because that also makes people very, very, like, weary of me at all times. So I don't, I say shit with my eyes a lot of the time. It's like, I don't even got to say nothing. It's just I say it with my eyes. My dynamic is just like, I have control of my own life, and if you aren't on the train, then you're off the train. And if you're like that, if you're off the train, you gotta understand, I'm not afraid to leave you behind. That's just the way it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. My Mars is in Scorpio in Western and Vedic. Yeah, I got the Libra Mars in the Western. I think that just makes me a lot sweeter than the Scorpio Mars. But still, Libra is still so passive aggressive, short tempered. It doesn't even matter. Like, I can go, you know, it's the 0 to 100 shit. To be fair, I think Libra Mars is also one of the most humanitarian too, because we understand why people do things to aggravate and trigger, and we see through it instantly, and we don't really instantly snap. It kind of takes you a little bit to get there. Scorpio Mars is like, roll the dice. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. We'll see what happens. They like balance in war. There isn't much yeah. I like balance. I like to create balance. Actually, I'm gonna say that. I like to create balance. I don't like, so if other people around me are not balanced, it does trigger me quite a bit, because I want everyone to be on my same timeline. When they're surrounding me though, it's like, I don't care what you're doing out there. As long as when you are around me, you can keep your shit together, I'm okay. And that might be selfish, but I'm just saying, I think I deserve it, right? To me, I deserve it. To other people, to some people, I don't. To some people, they're like, fuck you. Like, you know, I'm off my game. I'm like, okay, well, get the fuck out. I don't need you. I don't need people making my life extra hard. Like, we are not on a hard mode. Staying neutral. Yeah, I play devil's advocate a lot because I like to stay neutral. I like to show people the other side of things, which that's always made everybody mad, to be honest with you. I've always gotten into arguments over being the devil's advocate, just being on the outside and being like, yo, so when you look at it this way, instead of thinking it's from such a selfish perspective, how does that make you feel? And obviously that makes people feel like shit, because they can't always be right. And nor do I think I'm always right, but then people assume that that's what I'm trying to do. But that's not it at all. I'm just trying to make you look the other direction. How do you think it feels from this side? What about Scorpio? What you said, what about Scorpio? Hello. We were talking about Scorpio Mars. Scorpio in Libra Mars. The Mars placement, which is your anger and temperament. A lot of it is like also how you react to certain things. How lovable you can be. How trustworthy you can be. How malevolent you can be. It's like stereotypically you. My Mars is in Aries in the Western. So you can be commander-in-chief. You can be. Depends. How you go after things you are passionate about too. Yeah. Sag and Vedic, two fire signs. I mean, that makes you extra prepared to hop down people's neck. Neither of those signs have any patience. But they take it a different direction. Mars in Aries is very comfortable. Yeah, it's commander-in-chief type level where you can manage your life, and you could also manage other people's lives too. Do you have the same power I have with people not being able to keep up though? Like when you're trying to make people keep up and they just can't keep up, and then you're the one who gets frustrated. I'm the one who just stays neutral. I'm like, okay, I don't care. Get the fuck away from me. You're like, I care. So if you don't hear me, if you don't see me, if you can't correct yourself right then and right there, then we about to have issues. Scorpio Mars is like sneaky. Scorpio Mars is so sneaky. If everyone thinks Scorpio Mars is so mysterious, I disagree. I really do. To me, it's like, for me, Scorpios are the easiest to see through in the whole entire zodiac for me. Because, I mean, one, because I was raised around them. And two, because water signs to me, just, I like them, you know. It's a lot easier for me to get along with, communicate with water signs in times of peril, because usually they are the types to like go off the fucking hook, like fire signs or earth signs in that Mars placement. Because, you know, Capricorn Mars, Virgo Mars, Taurus Mars. Taurus is actually quite patient too, but you get them to that glass walking scenario where they just walking on glass and everything, Taurus will shut down. And I can't talk to people who shut down either. People who can't look me in my eyes when I'm talking. I can't talk to people like that. To me, it's just like, it's all about respect. Okay? To be fair, I think I'll pair up with your limitations for a little bit, but the moment that you start getting all weird and shaky, you know, looking at the ground and shit, at least with a Scorpio Mars, I can have a pleasant conversation. Same with Cancer, and same with Pisces Mars. Pisces Mars to me is a little bit more confusing because they come off very, very sweet, but they're really thinking shit in the background. You know, like really they're doing shit extra in the background. So I don't like that either, where someone's kind of like playing it under you. I don't like that. Too quiet and too like not realistic, you know, like they want unrealistic things. I don't like that. But expectations are a killer. So what the fuck was that bug that just flew through? Scorpio, Venus, and Pluto in the 11th house. Scorpio Venus is like, to me, that's sweet, that's cute, because it's like the obsessive roll the dice, get everything nice, roll the dice, get a horrible person in the relationship. It varies with what type of person you are, obviously, but Scorpio Venus can be very, very sweet. I like that. Very sweet, very accommodating is what I would say. Emotionally accommodating, but too like clingy. Too clingy. You know, like they have to have like a collar around your neck and shit everywhere you go, or like they have to have be hanging out of your arm and shit. You got me? Like they have to be. I'm like, oh God. So can I go to the store without you? Like, can we be in the store without you trying to fuck in the aisle and shit? Do we have to fucking aisle number 5 type shit? Or can we like wrap it up? Because I don't like being in public often. Even though I do go out a lot, I have to. To me, I still don't like being there. Okay, I just want to wrap it up because people will start trying to talk to me in public and I get real anxious. And when I'm anxious, I start talking. And when I start talking, I'll be there for an extra 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want to do all that. Just let me grab what I need off the shelf. They're all clingy. Just like, bitch, get the fuck off of me. What the fuck you mean? What the fuck you mean? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh, it's a cricket. That's what flew across. Because I saw something hot. Either a cricket or a cicada. That bitch look nasty. Stay away from me. Stay away. Trying to figure out what else I got. I have. I always forget my chart, y'all. It don't even fucking. It doesn't matter which. It could be. I don't give a fuck. It could be mapped out right in front of me. I still forget that shit. I know I have Pisces Venus though. You know, I don't think I'm unrealistic expectations in love. Actually, I'm very quick to shut people down because you know, I know what I can take. I just don't think other people know what they can take, right? And so when I'm communicating with somebody, it's like sometimes it's kind of like beating a dead horse, I guess. It's kind of like beating a dead horse. It's like You can't make somebody fall in love with you. You know, Pisces thinks that Pisces can control how people feel, which they can, but they can't control love. Either it's there or it isn't. I'll drop somebody in a week. I'll talk to someone for months, and within that, you know, within the same week, we maybe talk about commitment with them or whatever. I'll just drop them. They're like, yeah. So it is what it is. Hey, La Mas Chula. How are you doing? It's been a minute. Then I have a bunch of Sag too in Western, which didn't really make sense to me because Sagittarius in the family unit is obviously pretty chaotic. Yeah, I have 2 Sag placements right next. I think it was the 8th and the 7th, and that's pretty, like, you know, I would say freedom is on my mind, but not as much as Sag. That's why Western is kind of achy for me. Because Sag is always like, freedom, 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 get away from me, freedom. Like, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in my, hello, I'm here, hello, I'm not here no more. I do like nature. I like the nature of familial situations. I like balance. I like stability. But like I said, I don't think Sag really perfectly maps out that 7th and 8th for me. Need to ask you something. What do you want to ask? What is it? I wonder what a light would do right now, because my, you know, my eyes. That's what it would do. I can't fucking see. Jesus. My old boss from the day poker asked me to come back. She want to get rid of the manager and have you replace her. She said higher pay and sign on bonus. Bitch, get over there. Listen. Listen. Weren't we talking about something like that popping up for you? I don't know. I can't really remember, but we was talking about some kind of, like, you know, you gonna get your money on, get your bag on, and then get stable and be able to have your own apartment and all that. Obviously. Bitch, go. What the fuck are you still doing here? Sorry, my head is a little bit itchy. Hair products. The fuck are you still doing here, though? Go after that shit. I would. Fuck it. Do you not get good vibes? I mean, obviously, you got used to your current situation, but maybe try it out. Like, why not? I'd go for it. Go. That ain't something you should question at this point. Someone's working the high heavens over there. Someone over there on the other level type shit is working for you in your favor, trying to get you the fuck out of their house. So take this shit. Take the higher paying job so you can get out of whatever situation you're in right now and get your daughter back. They heard you calling, obviously. They heard you calling. Someone heard you calling. Right? Yeah, someone heard you calling. I saw Jesus Christ and the angels and then Lord and Savior. You don't gotta confirm nothing, love. If it's there, get it. Don't you Sagittarius me, because that's what Sag does. That's why I said no Sag in the family zone. No Sag in the 8th or 7th house. Go. Don't be all, I don't know. I hate that shit. Just do it. Yeah. Oh, we out. Got their phone. No tricks. No glamour. Just do it. As I'm trying to get this tarot shit started, I'm actually starting, I think, to have fun. Because not only is Twitter a pretty damn good place to, you know, because people are all over my shit, all over Twitter, y'all. Like, back to back to back to back to back to back. Like, where people are like, schedule this, schedule that. I think this channel starting to grow a little bit, so I'm starting to get a little excited. I'm excited. Okay. I mean, there's pessimism going on in my mind, right? Because I'm like, make a business out of tarot. Boy. You don't have to tell nobody nothing. You don't, do you really owe them that? I mean, actually, at the same time, I would say, like, be petty. Be a little bit petty and be like, maybe if you mention it, they'll be like, oh, we'll raise you to a higher level over here. Like, we need help over here, right? They might do that. Sorry, I'm getting, like, choked out by this thing. But I just got that thick neck. That thick neck. But either way, you don't really owe them that. You could just say, sayonara. They're gonna literally die without. Well, it is what it is. Like, you take for granted what you got. You're not getting paid enough. You're not getting paid enough for what you do. I bet you don't even complain, right? But this is key, man. This is key. You are, see, Sag. You don't even complain about what you do, right? Because either way, you do enjoy what you do. But when it comes down to the pay, either you fucking stake your claim and ask for more, or you go to where that money is talking the most. Sagittarius. I've been feeling y'all out, by the way, Sagittarius. I've been feeling y'all out. Just because I want to. Just because I think understanding everybody from that level is a good thing. I do like Sag. I do like Sag. Due to my placements, I've always been told I'm crazy. Is that true? I could see you being a little bit hectic. You said Taurus Sun, Leo Moon. I say you're crazy loving. You're crazy loving. Okay, Scorpio. I mean, I say you're crazy beautiful and crazy loving. I say people probably say you're too much, but you know, either way, like, that doesn't make you crazy. There's crazier out there. I just want to let everybody know crazy does exist. It's just not, you know, majority of people that come up in here, I would say, aren't that crazy. Those are pretty tough placements, though. You could be a boss, but you have the patience and the score to, like, legit sit down and talk with people sometimes. The Aries. Sometimes, right? You're temperamental. That's okay. I mean, who is it? The ADHD might, like, act up a little bit when you're having conversations, but you still are able to sit down, simmer down, have a good conversation. Hell no. I just write she doesn't pay, and that's all I needed to see. Why doesn't she apply for something? Why doesn't she apply for something? Like, if she you know, apply for something. Like, okay, so, you know, she can't pay the rent because does she not work? Because you're finding her employment. She could apply for something. And this is just coming from, like, just straight instantly seeing your situation and understanding it on my own personal level. If she can't work, or if she is not in the position right now to be working, whatever's happening, or can't find employment, she should be paying rent anyways and apply for something. Like, that's just the respectful thing to do when you're under someone else's roof. Gotta start opening this a little bit more. I mean, there has to be programs out there for a bitch like her. And I mean that in the sweetest way possible. You can't just, she can cry and bitch and moan all that she wants, but when it comes down to it, you are in someone else's home. And if you ain't paying for nothing and you eating up in there, you scarfing down the food, okay, you sharing the space. If you're not cleaning up the whole house and doing all this, if she's not doing everything around the house, then I don't want to hear her bitch and moan. Pay so. Pay up. Money talk, shit walks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does she do everything around the house? Because if she doesn't do that, any bills, she's a Virgo. Me and my son are Cancer. The energy in my home is thick and it's causing issues with me and my son. Right, well, he needs to understand that, I mean, you're really close to your family. You Cancers, technically, y'all are the mothers of the zodiac. You take care of everybody, but when it comes down to it, you hate lazy people, okay? Because when someone's not providing, then they're just sitting on their ass and doing nothing. You hate laziness. And she's a Virgo, so she probably hates her situation too. But if she's in the desperate position where she cannot work, or if she can't find a job, then she needs to do something to support. She can apply for shit, right? She can apply for not only jobs, but she can apply for assistance, right? And get that check in to y'all, and then do a little something around the house. Like, that's not too much to ask for, especially if she's younger. Like, don't come up into somebody's house and think you own the place, right? That's not the way it is. And with your son, respectfully, it's the same on his end. And if he's doing work and doing all this, right? I know, it's your son. If he's doing all of the work in this scenario, then maybe that he should find an apartment or somewhere close, and they can live together. The amount of money these people be owing me, I would own a home. I feel that. Sugar meets spice. Hello. I think the fairest thing that you can do is offer them kind of like a ticket. It's like, if you're gonna be here, I got her a job. She lives in New York with her mom. I live in New Jersey, and her job is 10 minutes away from my home. And she still be up in your home and not paying you nothing, but your son won't really budge on that either. Is that what you're kind of saying? Is it like part-time? Like, what's the scenario? If it's part-time, then she should be applying for something on the side. Okay? Because there's no way nobody can sustain themselves off of there, first of all. Especially in New York or New Jersey. Nobody can sustain themselves off of a part-time. Or even, like, if you're getting paid minimum wage, you're not going to be able to sustain yourself. So, unless two people are working actively every single day of the week. She technically doesn't live there, right? But if she's spending so much time there that she's taking up your food and your space and all, then that's an issue. My son tells her she's full-time. Sounds like someone might need a kicking in the ass out the door if she's not paying nothing. If she's not willing to put down anything. Does she do some clinical trials or something? Sell some plasma? Sell some of them eggs, bitch. Egg harvesting. Okay, so, I mean, all three of us work, then why isn't she paying up? That's what, you know, that's something that I'm not really understanding. Why isn't she paying nothing? Like, if she's spending money on her, maybe her mama and whatever else she needs to pay for as an adult, why doesn't she have her own spot? And how old are they, by the way? If you don't mind me asking, how old is she? I mean, your son is your son. I'm not gonna, like, no, don't push through that. I mean, yeah, but got to teach him a little bit of responsibility too. He needs to be responsible of his bitch and your household. Responsibility. There's not enough space to be doing all this and doing all that. Bitch needs a little bit of a responsibility. It's just like dating someone but not living together. But technically you are living together, right? If she's spending all of her time there. She doesn't think it's like that, but in reality it's like, okay, so you're spending 24 hours a day, you know, 6 times a week. That's still living. That's still living. If I'm dating a man and don't live there, I'm not going to pay his bill. But you got to understand, if somebody's spending all of their time with their partner, it doesn't matter. If you are 23, 24, 22, let's get with the program. Because on the real note, though, if you're spending 6 days a week, okay, you spend all your time up in someone else's house, it makes me uncomfortable as fuck when I don't pay for nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when I had my long-term relationship, it made me uncomfortable as fuck. Because it's disrespectful. Yeah, have her pay for the water and shit. Like, bitch. The bitch has to be showering all the motherfucking time. Unless she drive home from New York to New Jersey or whatever. If she eats, put food on the table. She's probably paying bills where she is living. Even so, okay, then he can go over to where she living in. I'm just saying, he could go more over there more and visit over there. But of course, as the mother, you're probably like, I don't want him to go. I don't need him to go. Fucking contribute to society. You don't just get to fucking leech off for free. It doesn't matter. I'm 21 years old and paying bills. Bitch can toss some fucking a few checks your way, and sacrifice some of her blood, sweat, and tears over a full-time job, over in your neck of the woods. That's what it is, love. That's what it is, though. If you have no choice, this is what I'm saying. Kick her out if she's not contributing. She can't do that. That's just not, it's not right. Because if you have your own home, like with your mom, if you live with your mom over on the other side, you shouldn't be doing all that in the first place. You should not be scathing and fucking leeching. Y'all should be sharing the pay, and both of them should be maybe think about moving out and going into their own home nearby. Because, at that point, it's just not okay. It's using you and your funding and your money for two grown people with full-time jobs. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. Responsibility, right? And this is like, I get that people are kind of like doing the little age thing where they're like, I'm only this age, I can only get this type of job and whatever. Yeah, I get that, right? But get out. If you're dating if you're really, really in love with somebody, so much so that they are 24/7 clinging to your arm, living with you, you need to get the fuck out. Isn't it? To me, it's a little awkward too. Fucking under the same roof as your parents. As your parent. That's more on your son than on her. True. But if he's paying bills too, or if he's contributing in some type of way, like, or they're both, what could happen, right? In a perfect world is that they both can contribute at the same time and both do their own things towards the household. That'd be cool, right? That'd be cool as fuck. That'd be cool. But realistically, is she gonna do that? Fuck no. She said, bitch, I'm living free. She said, woo. She said, not a pot to piss in. Bitch, I'm living free out this hole. She said, Miss Cancer Mama. Bitch, I'm living free out the hood. And let me tell you something, when I was at my brokest, I would have been doing the same goddamn thing, bitch. The same motherfucker. When my family was at the brokest, I would have been doing the same motherfucking shit, man. Hell no. Nope. I view it from I view the situation as the parent of my own household, like the head of household in my own household, in a way. I run things, and everybody around here runs things. We work together. It is a unit. It's a unit, okay? It's supposed to work as a unit. So when it comes to the time of the end of the month, we all have everything paid for, and then we can use whatever money we want to do whatever we need to do. Right? That's it. Yeah, she did talk to him about it, from what I read. And if your son be doing that, then it's fine. He lived there. He lived. Then if he paying all that, he technically lived there. I mean, if he's thought about moving out with the girl, okay, that's fair. But if she just laid up all in his coop all that motherfucking day, taking showers and eating food, he taking food up to her, laying in the bed and shit. Hell no. It is overwhelming because it's a responsibility thing, and it's, you know, it's your kid, and you're you care a lot. You love your son a lot, and that means anyone who he, you know, got that little ting going on with, you also kind of have to respect them too. But at the same time, this is about respecting you up in your own household, and so you have to lay down the law either way. So if you do talk to him more about it, just being a little bit more like, not cautious, but being like, hey, like, you know, it'd be great if she can just collaborate with you on the bills that you pay. You know, just collaborate. Like, let's collaborate together. Like, if she can just shove 150, 250 my way, and we can get these bills out of the way, it's fine. Like, she could just, if she just gave what she could give, it's not about giving a certain amount, even give what you can give, like, contribute. Like, she ain't going nowhere. So, obviously, you know, you said she got a full-time job 10 minutes away. The fuck? Where is she going that costs that much money? Where is she going? The fuck? Bitch, you can walk to your job. What the fuck you mean? 10 minutes away. Ride your bike, bitch. Ride your bike. She's a Virgo, right? So she cares about making appearances and all of that. I get it. And if she's burnt out, then she needs to reassess her, you know, situation. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Because responsibility, you know, teaching kids these days responsibility, with all of that they see and take in every day on social media and everything like that, it's 10 times harder. I spoke to my son separately as a group. It's not working. Then, oh well, you know, it's not cruelty, babe. It's not like kicking the dog out the house. Okay, you gotta stop viewing it as that. Stop viewing it as, oh, you're just kicking a dog. This is a living human being with needs and wants, who eats, if she's eating you out of house and home and just staying there, and she's working, That's how a working household needs everybody to work together. That shit frustrates. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit frustrates me so goddamn much. It does not matter the situation. Okay? Love who you want to love, fuck who you want to fuck, but when it comes down to it, be there and be square. Is it worth the conflict it's going to cause with your son? Right, but is it worth the money to keep shoving into a bitch who just taking up the space? You and your son will always reconnect because you guys are a close-knit family. That's just the way it is. And she could think you're a cunt or a bitch or a hoe. It doesn't fucking matter what she thinks. It doesn't matter what she thinks. It doesn't. Because when it comes down to it, your tight-knit bond with your son, that's there it is. He's paying the bills. He could pay the bills in his own apartment. What? Not that crazy, but a little bit crazy. It's hectic. I get how hectic it can be because, like I said, I've dealt with the same thing with my own family. It's tough. Okay? But we can't just wait on everybody to be ready. Is that going to set the household straight? Are you going to be struggling to pay your fucking bills every day? If you feel that way, tell her it is what it is. If you want her to out, she gotta go. Your own son! Your own what? Your own son says the same thing. Your own son. What? Even he knows she's a leech. Your own baby tell you that. All right. Nah, bitch eating for lunch, breakfast, and dinner, not paying for none of that bullshit. If she's gonna keep refusing and kick a bitch up. Curb, stomp a hole right the fuck out the house, go back to live with mama, right? You 45 minutes away, whatever. Now you can drive, bitch. Now you can drive. Whoever takes you to work, fuck him. He told me that today. Oh, he's grown. That's how I view that. The way I view that conversation, even if he did seem a little bit pouty, he's grown. Like, doesn't that sound like a grown man saying, like, if she not there and being square, and Ma, this is your house, so respect your rules, she need to go. And it's your house, right? So, yeah. That means he's grown. You taught him right. He agreed with you. But on the real though, is he afraid to break up with her hoe? Because she's 10 minutes away type shit. She gonna start popping all the times and shit. No, I'm playing. Virgo, y'all can be a little crazy, but it is what it is. It will subside. You'll be able to get justice. Okay, it won't. You know, it might be a fight, but either way, it is what it is. Okay, like I said, your son will always be on your side of things, even if he doesn't like it. It's your house. It's your home. That's your spot. Can you please do a reading for me? I've been going through so much and just want peace. Kiara, you still here? She really getting on his nerve. He really wants to find someone else at his job. FY. Okay, well, he needs to be grown and say, bitch, get out of my mama's house. He needs to tell her the same goddamn thing. Bitch, she a leech. All she doing is taking, never giving. That's obvious to me. Even through just the energy, right? It's she don't give a fuck about you. And she don't give a fuck about your rules. Even though it's your house. And she don't know you like that. Damn. I've learned, man, I've learned. I know what it's like. So, take it don't get walked on by a hoe. Okay, who was up in here? Kiara. Scorpio, you're right. Amy, you're right. He does want you to break Break it off. He's like, get the bitch out. Get this bitch out. If all she doing, cuddle up in his blankets and shit. Not even doing his laundry or nothing, like just laid up in there. Like looking like a fucking bug under the mattress and shit. Bitch, get your ass out my house. Get your tiddly wink ass out my motherfucking spot. I got you a job, bitch, and you ain't paying me nothing. I can't tell you nothing. That Virgo puts a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know. I've been getting vibes from Virgo. Not all, obviously, not more or less Virgo as a collective. Not all Virgos, okay? It's just there's certain vibes that are going down with Virgo. Or like, I guess it'd be story arcs that I'm not liking. Okay? And I know there's a lot to complain about, right? But I'm just saying, the story arcs. Not really. Like, I want a Virgo to come in and change my mind. That's what I really want. I want a Virgo to come in who is sweet, nice, and thoughtful, and also about their work business, because I feel like I could get along so well with Virgos. Virgos are so sexy too. They can be so sexy. Just Virgo women, the breakdown. Virgo women have the best, as far as like hair, everything like that, qualities like I like in a woman where she take care of herself real good. I love that shit. She take care of herself the best. I always have everything touched up. Everything touched up. I love Virgo women, right? But so controlling, so manipulative. I can't. Why y'all gotta fucking beat around the bush? Okay? You don't gotta blow up on me to be straight with me. No, you don't. No, you don't. But Virgo women are always the most like I'm gonna say to you straight. Virgo women look the best. Same with Sag. Virgo with Sag even. Oh my god. That's a beauty, like that is fucking, you know, that's like model type standards type shit. Bitch look like a whole entire model. But goddamn, y'all motherfuckers. All chipper, yeah, with her panties out and everything. She got her panties laying on his floor and all that. Take a bitch out. She too cocky about it too. Walking around like she don't notice nothing. Like sneaking in and shit. Be like dancing out in the kitchen. Like, bitch, put some pants on and get the fuck out. Stop saying the V word. Virgo. Virgos. Virgo moon and Virgo rising. I like Virgos. I do. I think they're about business. When you meet a real one, they're about business. And I love that quality in people. I think it's so sexy. It's so sexy. But when they are that snide, conniving little fucking, you know, twats, because they are the most anxious of the zodiac too. Like paired with, so Virgo and Pisces, the opposites of each other, both are extra paranoid at all times. The types to, like, you know, be very, very hateful if they don't like the way something's going. I can't do that. Have a conversation with me. Don't come at me screaming in my face with your hot ass breath. You got me? Because I mean with your shiny white teeth, right? Because that's Virgo, my bad. Your shiny, beautiful teeth. Don't do that. Okay? Because we're going to have issues. Why I get the... Probably because they're masculine, right? A Virgo man, even a Virgo woman is a little bit masculine. Sometimes I can't take that shit, bitch. I don't need you to fucking walk me, ho. I don't need to go out for walks and drinks and, you know, bitch trying to take me out, have me in the doghouse. I don't need that. I don't need you taking up my space. I don't need that. You're lovely. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. But don't walk me out, bitch. Trying to always upstage and shit. Bitch, nobody can upstage me in the way things that I do and the things that I wear. This is not a competition, okay? This is just relevancy. And I am here. Virgo hoes are, oof, damn. Trying to upstage, trying to get me jealous. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you mean, bitch? Jealous? You're the one looking over here when I'm talking to the fucking waitress. Like, bitch, the fuck? That's the Capricorn in me. Always be like, yeah, bitch, she competing with me, but it's nothing. It's whatever. I'm not even paying attention to who I'm talking to and shit. Bitch, do what you gotta do. You said Keanu Reeves, only Virgo man that counts. Keanu is not. I like him in the Cyberpunk game. I do. Very cool, chill. Not my cup of tea, but I think he's a very sweet dude. I can tell he's sweet. Good energy, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, where's your other placements at? Where is your ascendant and your moon? Regardless of the sign, though, there are some worse. Okay, yeah, but some are worse than others. Like an unevolved Scorpio or an unevolved Virgo. Some are so much worse. Unevolved Pisces. I can deal with an unevolved fucking Leo, because them motherfuckers are easy to me to deal with. Like, all you gotta do is put a leash around their neck a little bit, rip them back a little bit. I can deal with that. Okay, because then when it comes down to it, Leo is super loving and passionate. I can deal with a little toxic asshole Leo, because Leo is not really as puffed as they say they is. They puff out their chest, but that doesn't mean shit. They are shy creatures. Leos are shy creatures. That's why you see, you see like the actress or the actor and everything like that, but you don't see what's underneath. They like to be pinned down in the bedroom. They like to be pinned down in the bedroom. That gives you everything you need. They like to be pinned down. Okay? So don't you even. Okay? Some signs are just so Taurus, toxic Taurus is easy to deal with. We shouldn't even be talking about the toxic sign, right? Toxic Aquarius, that's easy. All you need to do is pull back from them. Literally, all you need to do is pull back from them, never talk to them. You said Virgos, no, I said Leo. Leo likes to lose a little bit of control. Virgos like their feet kissed and their, ass diddled, everything. But I'm saying Leos like to be pinned down in the bedroom. Who Aquarius doesn't like to be ignored, so you just ignore them. Yeah, that's it. Virgo like to lose control a little bit too, but they will always come out on top type shit. Strip you of your clothes and shit. Bitch, you won't even. Virgos are so sly with that shit that you won't even know where your clothes went type. That's what's going on. It's like you won't even know when your clothes. When did my clothes come off? Like, when did they even? Because that charm, it's that little charm, that little snide charm. Y'all motherfuckers are wild. You create that sexual tension. You said, I'm leaving, damn it. Scorpios too, though. When Scorpio gets a hold of you in their eyes, like when you start looking Scorpio in the eyes, you know exactly what Scorpio want. Because they calling you. And if you don't answer the call, bitch, they go moving on to the next. So Pisces too. Pisces is a little surprisingly a freak. Pisces is just what am I saying? Pisces is just a plain freak. That's what Pisces is. Just a freak of nature. A fucking freak of nature. Sag is so sweet. Sag is so sweet. Sag is like probably the most normal out of the package shit. Libra, Gemini. Y'all want to see control of the bedroom? That's Gem. Woo! Gem. Gem. Gemini. Gemini women. Y'all are an interesting bunch. I'll tell you that much. Jesus. Have to go to church after that experience type shit. Gotta wash away the sins and shit. Gemini and Virgo go very well there. Coming from someone who has like Gemini in many different places. I'm just saying, we could talk our way in. Okay, but can we talk our way out? That's the thing. Once we get in, can we get out? Oh my god, all the signs are so funny. I should just go through a video of talking about what the signs like and do not like as far as like sex and everything like that goes. Relationships, I should talk about it. That'd be so funny if I just did a whole thing dedicated to what the likes and dislikes. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Taurus. Taurus a little lazy. Taurus can't, actually no, the bull can ride, but Taurus a little lazy sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they just like cuddling and shit or clinging. Too damn much. Let's see. Who else? Taurus guys, I don't, you know, for me, slow sensuality just ain't it. Taurus women, to me, are slow sensuality sometimes. Like, they can get really, really high and heavy, but god damn. Taurus women are like, you know, they like to be spoiled. I don't mind doing all that, you know, but pick up the pace. You lacking, bitch. Pick up the pace. Hina Khan, hello. You said 2 or out of 3 that I do with phrase. You said yes, yeah, you like that little slow, sensual R&B. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about no R&B. Bitch, turn off the fucking music. We ain't going, so I'm gonna turn on some rage tunes up in that hole. Get a whole fire started. We're discussing what discussion is going on. We're talking about what some of the signs are like in relationships and sexual scenarios. He said by that I mean they don't do the things they're supposed to, like snuggle or see Sag always wants to be cuddled up and shit, coddled. Like you look, I love Libra in the bedroom. Libra's the weirdest to me. Libra will take you into the fucking like angels in heaven's gate type shit. They'll open up the gate for you. Cause Libra will do like everything automatically. And I love that. To me, I'm like, okay, so Libra, you already know what's going down. I don't even need to say something. That's wild to me. That's wild. That's insane. Libra just be like, oh, show me them pants down, son. Libra's hands down have been my best love. The same. Other than maybe like the one Leo, but all of them have Libra placements. High Libra placement. They would just be like, yeah, if you send me them things, I'll take it. Yeah. Because Libra gets so anxious that they have to plan and plot everything before, the day before. Libra's like, okay, so before the date, right? Before the date. Say this is like third date around there, right? And we get ready to fuck or whatever. So Libra's like, okay, number one, eat your food slow. Maybe don't eat. No planet. Yeah, Libra's like, okay, two. Yeah, I have to plan out the whole outfit. So wear this, and then, three. I'll slide my foot right up, and four. We go to the hotel and whatever, and like that's Libra. I love Libra. I love Libras. Libras are so cute. Libras are cute as fuck. Maybe that's why. That's why, because y'all are so well behaved and well controlled. You know exactly what's going on in that moment. Listen, I'm never going back to a Libra, but to be fair, I thought about it. I just don't go back because I'm stubborn and prideful. I will never do that. But I thought about it. Libra might be coming back to me. Libra just won't answer. Libra just won't text and answer the phone when they want to. Libra. Not the Libras I was with. Libra women. Libra women are very, very calculated. I like it. Because it's like, I don't even have to, for me, I'm usually the planner or whatever. Like, I'll take things at whatever pace I want to take it at. But Libra will come up from under you and be like, okay, so I've already got something planned. So, I mean, I'll act cute and naive and everything like that. But by the end of the day, I know what time you're going to take your pants off. And I already know what's going on. So, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Ooh. Ooh, Libra. Y'all are just y'all hot. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. But also Libras are picky as fuck. Libra will not fuck with you over like just being super fucking picky. Super fucking picky. Like, well, I'll hand you this one, but like, listen, we don't gotta talk after this, right? Or the latter, which is like, well, I mean, we can plan the next day. I'll see you next time. See, they know, because y'all gotta understand, Libra already knows what they're saying and what they're doing before they go in. Hina, the key is not to try to fix it. Okay, that's the key. Because, Hina, there are people who need people like you, who are picky and who are not. It's not about being controlling. It's about knowing what you want. Some people need people like you. You got me? Okay, so I've mentioned on this channel before that Libra men are the lesbians of the zodiac. Libra men. And I think that's the different dynamic between Libra men and Libra women. Okay? Some Libra men, I've seen them span across being super, super submissive and, just kind of like going along with what everybody else is doing type shit. I've seen like the hot and heavy Libra men, whatever, but, to me, my experiences with women, so Libra women, I've just seen kind of like a repeat in this active control of the situation. I like that they don't get, I like that they're anxious the day before and they fix all of it in their head, so that when you do meet them, they are so chill and chide and just slick and sly, and they're able to just, hey, you ready? Like, you ready to go? Like, we get off from we're eating our food, whatever. You ready? Hey, you ready to go? Let's go. Let's go. You gonna walk me home? What's going on? Walk me to my car, or car sex though? Look what they grew. Y'all slick, y'all slide. Don't you start. That shit get me pumped up. Capricorn though, so I like people who are put together. I just do. It's sexy and attractive to find somebody who like doesn't sit there and zone out. I like that, zone out, not so like the anxiety level that you bring to a date, or even to a hookup, whatever it is. It's like that will set the tone and the mood for the whole entire situation. So it can either be awkward or it can be very enjoyable. So, like, let's enjoy it. Bon appetit. Our friends with benefits, Libra, re-enter my life, and that's been about 3.5 years long term too. They're picky as fuck, so they won't. They're picky as fuck. And she said, I'm annoyed with y'all motherfuckers. I've never been disappointed with Caps. I was with one for 5.5 years. I think it's because we're simple creatures. That's why. And maybe it's because you overthink the process. That's the thing that I've dealt with the most, is that a lot of people think I'm not as simple as I actually am. They think I'm like some complicated ass nigga, you know, I want this, I want that. I'll tell you exactly what I want when I want it. If I want a relationship with you, I'm gonna tell you. That's it. Like, that's the way it is. If I don't want that with you, then I'm not gonna say nothing. We just gonna fuck. We gonna fuck. And that'll be alright. No, it's the other way around. He overthinks. We both do. I mean, to be fair, the only kind of relationship I overthink is when I really do like somebody. So that gives you a key. That gives you a hint. The only time I overthink is when I actually like somebody. But we have a habit sometimes of kind of cursing ourselves, letting someone go before we even ever say our feelings or what we need from you. It's like, if that makes sense. So it's like, okay, so I like you, but I also, you know, it's the trust issues, but then it's also this, and then it's also that, and maybe you're not in the right place in your life, and maybe this, and maybe we plan for death, babe. That's the type of relationship we plan for. We plan for all the way to the end when we are in the caskets together type shit on ass. That's what we plan for. And so if we don't see a long-term thing with you, but still like you, it kind of like stunts a little bit, where it's like, oh fuck, I'm like having like a meltdown, brain episode, you know, electric. Okay, so we plan for the whole entire pie. We don't just plan for this little slot of time. Like, we can't get into relationships that are not sufficient unless they're fake, right? So it's like, if it's a fake relationship, then we just gonna be fucking every day, and then once it'll end when it ends. All right, we already know that there's a death date on that fucking relationship. Okay, we're aware of those things though. That is us just being, I guess, a little bit prideful and a little bit, you know, petty, a little bit of everything. It's our anxiety is to control the relationship all the way through. And then also there's the problem with battling, like headbutting each other, where one person wants to control the relationship and Capricorn won't let them. So instead of, we just fear control so much that control is the majority of what we can do for other people. We can tell people how to become stable. We can teach them. That is Capricorn's thing, is to teach people how to become, like, you know, hyper aware of their material world, like of human beings in the material world. That's one of our things. And so if you don't like a teacher, if you don't like somebody who's going to tell you what to do, if you don't like somebody who's going to like have a lot of real fleshed out boring conversations with about like stability, money, then you won't like a cat. You know, we aren't the fun type. We're just grumpy ass old men. Okay, and we can be energetic, don't get me wrong, but a lot of that is like trying to show somebody, hey, I do have a fun side, but usually I'm quite serious and I'm quite hard to understand towards to people, even though it's like I feel like I'm giving them everything that I can give. A lot of the time with Cap 2, they will give you everything they can give within the, you know, open of the relationship. And so if you're not seeing what you want, you better walk away, because that's as much as you're gonna get. We don't open, there's no like opening the floodgates later in the relationship. That just doesn't happen. It's like, we'll open it now and see, we'll gauge where you're at. Okay, and yeah, there's little mental things that happen down the line where it's like, oh yeah, my family sucks and this and this and that, but that doesn't even matter to us within the bounds of a relationship together with you. Because if we're with you, we're with you, and that's just the way it is. Okay, Capricorns don't really like polyamory. Capricorns don't really like people who are too flirtatious, because they see that as a limit. Because then it's like, okay, so we see you going over there and flirting, and we get a little angsty and aggressive. We don't like polyamory though. Okay, we don't like when people share that same person. It makes us very, very highly insecure. You know, I've gotten so insecure within relationships, and then I have too much pride to admit it. So by the end of the relationship, I'm like, bitch, you know, you was playing me anyways. And they're like, no, I wasn't. You should have told me something. I'd be like, no, fuck you, bitch. I'm not going to tell you nothing because you should. Capricorn thinks everybody should already know what the fuck is going on. Isn't that crazy? It's like, Cap. So you're going to sit there and be demanding out of somebody and be like, yo, you know, so I need you to be this way. I need you to be that way. But you're never going to tell them, you know, how you feel about certain situations. You're never going to dice it up. And a lot of it is us saving you from our feelings, because our feelings are strong, they're extreme, they're independent, they're you know, a lot of our anxiety comes off as anger, and so we'll bark at you, but the bark has no bite. You got me? The bark has no bite, not at all. It's just us being hyper aware of the relationship that we're in and wanting it to last, so much so that it starts interfering and interrupting with what we're actually trying to do within the moment. Okay? Within the moment. It's hard for people to understand that, though, because they don't, you know, when I view Libra is so giving, and I think that's why I like them. They're so giving in that way where they will see not only their own side of things, usually, unless you're dealing with a narc, they will see your side too. They will try to, right? But if they can't see it, they're not going to wait for you. If you're not going to give that piece to them, they're not going to wait on it. That's why I like Libra too, because I feel like Libra and Capricorn are extra time oriented. And so we're both able to kind of bond over the time-oriented thing where we do want things to last, right? We do want to flesh things out. You know, Libra sometimes knows exactly what they want, and other times they don't. The same with Cap. Sometimes I know exactly what the fuck I want, who the fuck I want. But there's other times where I'm like, I falter in my judgment. I'm like, I don't know if I like this, you know? And whether that's insecurity or just plain fucking overlooking the red flags in the beginning, whatever, it is what it is. You know, we can't dictate everything, and we can't flesh out everything. We can't judge everything, right? Libra is the justice card, the judge of all, you know, judge of all the lands and shit. Okay, Capricorn wants to be the judge of all the lands, the authoritarian character. So maybe that is a little bit like button heads. Maybe it wouldn't work, you know. Even so, you find the right type of person who's tailored, kind of tailored it a little bit. And I could see myself with someone who has Libra kind of ascended. I could see myself as like definitely someone with Libra ascendant or Libra moon, because I could deal with that. I could really talk to somebody like that and open up, I feel like. And then with the sun sign, like, I love Leos, of course. Leos are beautiful to me. But we're harder to figure out than a lot of people, you know. I think when credit's due, it's like, if you just ask the question, then we'll answer you. And we expect you to ask a lot of questions, because if you don't ask a lot of questions, then you're not going to get along with Cat. Like, it's kind of like a science experiment. You have to ask a lot of fucking questions and make a lot of theories up in your head in order for us to answer you. And you have to be strong enough to ask those questions. If you're not, then you're kind of fucked, because we're not going to answer you unless you ask it. Okay? Like, you know, the saying, what is the saying? What is the saying? Not cat got your tongue. It's like, I know the saying too. I have it written down on one of my cards. It'll come to me. But basically, chat it up. So here's this Cap with, I want to be in a relationship, ultimately marry you, this and that. Well, if he's, so that's where I say discretion is advised. Like, he shouldn't be immediately throwing out the marriage part. That would scare a lot of people off. I take time to know the other person. That's why I like Libra. So the right conversation in that, closed mouths don't get fed. Thank you. There it is, right there. I think the only way that you can kind of go about that is by saying exactly what you just said to me, is I take time to get to know people. So you might want these things with me, but I need to know that I want these things within you. I can't just jump out on a fucking ledge and reach for the stars with you unless I know who you are. That's what I would say. But sometimes okay, this is also a really bad habit of Cap, right? I just thought about myself and the way I flirt sometimes. I thought about okay, so I can see myself at like 5 months, 6 months, or whatever. I thought about myself in this situation, right? There's times where I will say certain things that I don't actually mean. Okay, so like I've said to in a flirtatious way to a lot of women, like have my child, have my baby, whatever, like, or live with me type shit, or like we could live together, be like whatever. I've said that in a very flirtatious way, but like people don't really, that's hard, right? Because you're literally throwing that out there at 5 months in the relationship, and people are like, but then when they take it seriously, it's like you're like, is that a warning sign? Is that a red flag? I feel like that's our way of testing you too. Whether he's actually that fucking insane or crazy or not. That's up for interpretation, but I'm just saying in my position, I definitely do a lot of things revolving around like I'm like, I want to put a baby in you, whatever, like, but it's not real. Okay, and I know it's not real because if I have to clarify that, then I will. But usually people take it as a joke, so I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, you're good. You're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones. I told him if he waited, but then he bursted, if you like me, you like me today, and you are being a liar, disgusting if you make me wait. I never asked him to stay. Yeah, see, that's just toxic shit, babe. That's just toxic bullshit. No, that's not how it works. Like, he's not being considerate at all of the way that you feel and the way that your boundaries. Capricorn struggle with that. Libras do too. So that's boundaries. That's insane. That's insanity, babe. That's not just normal behavior. That's insanity. So he sounds just petty, right? He sounds petty. I mean, I can explain Libra a little bit in relationships. Things that Libra can work on within relationships is definitely letting somebody know exactly what they want. Libra speak literal riddles sometimes, where like you could be hinting at something for months and months and months and weeks. I'm going to use this as an example, right? Say Libra wants to get into a relationship with you, right? But they don't want to initiate that conversation. Libras are whores. The ones that I've dealt with, not really. So they will stay open until I submit them down type shit. That's what I view. Like, Libra will stay open to the fucking universe type shit until you submit them down and say, we're in a relationship together. Aren't we, Libra? You have to decide it for them in a way because they're waiting on you to do that. Okay? But that's like months and months into the relationship. I say you can probably get Libra to commit around 7 months or 8 months. Okay? That's to me estimating because I'm obsessed with that. But Libra's more or less along the lines of somebody who doesn't say exactly what needs to be said. At least at the right moment. They kind of wait for things to explode a little bit or get a little bit more aggressive and infuriating to actually say what's there. Right? Because at that moment, they're not really... Libra has so much more to think about other than you. So much more. They have a lot more to think about. Okay, they think about their own lives and where they're gonna head. They think about how they're gonna put this bill in and this bill out and do all this and do all that. They think about, oh, I want my kids to be all right. I want this. Everything is good. What you have to understand about Libra is everything will come before you, but not really. Not really. Okay, not really. Everything seems like it comes before you because they will make themselves busy to test you. Libra will make themselves busy to test you. And also a lot of the time, let me tell you a secret. You can say Libras are whores, right? But this is 99% of the time with the Libras that I dealt with. They act like they're talking to everybody. In reality, they're only talking to you. Okay, I want to let you know that's a manipulation tactic to make you feel stressed, to feel like you have to like you know, do a lot more and compete. So I wanted to let you know that. A lot of the time, Libras are only talking to you, maybe another person or so. Okay? But that, like I said, that's the Libras that I've had experience with. And I kind of know their mentality is to control. Okay? It's to control you. You got me to control, like, okay, so I want to see everything that you can give me within that moment. If you can't give me, you know, what I need, right? Because there's competition out here. I just want to let Libras, like, I just want to let you know, I have everybody out here, right? I could pull dick like a fucking trick pony type shit. I can pull pussy like I'm a motherfucking star and shit. I just want to let you know, right? That's Libra. But then you kind of like get into it, and Libra's really just wanting you to, like, hey, like, I know you don't like competing, but I want to test you to your limits and see what's going on. Like, that's the way it is, right? That's why I like Libras. Libras are so sweet and cute with that shit. Because to me, I always know I have Libra's attention, right? Because, okay, this is how you know you have Libra's attention. When a Libra is willing to respond to you at least once a day, you know you have them, right? If they don't, if they leave you on, you know, if they have that track record of, okay, so they'll talk to you 1 week and then they'll completely ghost you for another 2 weeks, you're done. You were never a thought in that Libra's mind as someone they can settle down with. If they talk to you at least once a day, every single day, at least twice, 3 times, every day for a couple of months, you have them. Just know that you have them. Okay? The fishing pole is, you caught a fish, bitch. You caught a fish. That's Libra. Now, you know, they are not that crazy. They just are a little bit, you got to get into, you have to be able to put yourself in their shoes. You understand me? If you cannot do, because Libra does that every single fucking day of their life. That is what they do for a living. Is to put themselves in other people's shoes and try to break them down. That's what they do. If you can't do that same thing to Libra, you're fucked. Okay? You're fucked. Because you won't be able to guess what Libra wants. You have to be able to do that. I know it seemed like a magic trick, but that's the way it is. Okay? I'm just saying. I've had enough Libras in my life, and I've had enough Scorpios in my life to know it's all a numbers game, babe. You're either there or you aren't. That's the way it is. If you can't make yourself available, then you ain't shit. To put myself in my ex's shoes, the very first one I read the Bible, I'm not a Christian. He was, see, that's the shit. You sacrifice pieces of yourself for the people that you're with. That is why, to you, hiding your true nature behind the whole, like I said, I don't condone manipulation, not at all. But that's why you have to kind of hide behind, I have options. Because in reality, you're putting yourself in a very, very vulnerable place saying, I can give you all of this, but what can you give me? But that's also where I see Libras slip up a lot of the time, because you'll lose a lot of good people because of this whole dictation trick where you're trying to like make yourself look busy, and then the person gets uninterested because you're not really there. But then Libra comes back on the fishing pole. So I don't even, listen, it's not even a complaint. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not even a complaint with me, because Libra always come back to me, come back running into my arms type shit. I love that shit. So I'm into it, okay? I'm into the game. I'm into the game. I like it. So Libra men are a little bit more submissive. Like I said, Libra men, you could easily catch a pole, but can you keep their attention? They can be, they are not the most attentive sign. You have to be attentive to them. Basically, what I learned about Libra males, I want to say the most, is that they love attention. Okay, and they love affectionate women or men, doesn't matter. They love affectionate women. Okay, submissive, not submissive at all. Not in the bedroom, they're not, but they are submissive beings outside of that. You gotta look. You gotta loosen the chain and look around for a little bit and put yourself in the position of a sensitive man. Okay, because a sensitive man is not gonna, because of society, a sensitive man is not gonna put himself in the position of making himself weak or vulnerable in front of you until you show him that he can do that. That is a Libra man. He will show you the most sensitive in you know, sweetest, and Libra men do cry a lot also, if you get in. But you got to get in first. put your foot in the front door and then we'll see. You got it. Like that's why you're not. Okay, can I just be honest with you? That's why none of y'all are with Libras right now. I'm sorry, but can I just be honest with you? That's not me being cocky or anything. That's why none of us are with Libras right now. Okay? That's why none of us are with Libras right now. We don't have time for that shit. I have been friends with benefits with one for 3.5. You've been friends with benefits for one with one. Were you in a relationship with them? And like, you know, you're in an intimate connection. But were you in a relationship? Romantic, committed relationship. Because a Libra will tell you exactly what they want through sign language. It's the method man shit. You have to be able to sign, seal, deliver. He was married when we met. There you go. He was already with a bitch. He knew what he wanted from you. The submissiveness that I'm talking about is something that comes out around the people that they trust the most. If you think of it this way, okay? Think of it this way. This is the roller coaster life, right? Think of it this way. If you're friends with benefits with somebody, the reason why you're friends with benefits with them is because there are no strings attached. Because you don't have to feel for them. Okay? You can poke them. Okay? You can stick them. You can burn them. And then when it comes down to it, when it boils down to it, you still got a whole marriage on the side type shit. He could tell you anything, right? He could tell you anything. But those emotional, intimate parts, like I said, and maybe he used you as his marriage. Let me just take a step back, because maybe he used you too as a little way to poke his stick and prod. That's the way it is, though. When you're catching bitches, that's the way it is. One of my best friends in high school was a Libra male. The way he dealt with women is the way I deal with garbage. You got me? Okay, so I eat the Whopper, right? I got the wrapper. Okay, so let me just say something to you, right? Libra men are players. I love that about them because it's so child and so nasty. But they're so caring, they're so sweet, they're so attentive to their friends. And then when they play it on the field type shit, when they out there, they open the wrapper, right? They open the Whopper. They take the wrapper, you're the wrapper. They eat the Whopper, toss you in the garbage. You know what that means, though? It means you're not the real one that they have feelings for. You are a substitute. You're something that holds the wrapper, but you're not the whole burger and the bun on the inside. You got me? So while I feel bad for y'all that have dealt with Libra men, they are very, like I said, they will cry real tears. They will. I've seen it happen. I've seen it. That's also a problem too, the ex shit. But like I said, I've seen it before. Okay, I just want to let you know, Libra man crying and shit over his bitch. I'm like, bitch, nigga, you cheated on her like 12 times. But that's the youngness. That's the youngness. It's the not emotionally equipped yet to deal with a relationship, but still wanting it. You want your cake and eat it too. I don't think that necessarily makes them whores, right? Because if you find a Libra in the right place, it's hard. But I'm telling you, once you get down, and it's just like Virgo men, by the way. Virgo men are the same way. Virgo men are the same way. For them to cry, they cry over their bitches. Trust me, I know it. Like I said, my best friend in high school was like, how do I would say always in drama. Always in drama with bitches. That's just it. Always in drama. Like he could not keep his hands or nothing to himself. Always with bitches. 24/7 keeping bitches rolling in and rolling out. Most of the women that I met, right, were somehow connected to his, like, things, his toys, right? And I'd be like, okay, yeah, nigga, I gotta like take a distance away from you because you starting to like cave my. You got me, okay? You got me. You started to put me in a box, nigga. I don't like you. Started to think you want to fuck me, nigga. So I'm gonna let this slide over here. I'll slide over here, okay? I'll slide over here. You slide that way. It's just nothing that people want to deal with in the early aspects of their life at all. It's so toxic. It's so toxic. I've mostly been around Libra women for a majority of my life. Libra women are like that's my go-to. Because I know they can handle it. I know they can handle what they dish out type shit. Because usually you won't get a fussy Libra woman. Okay? Unless they've been hurt, like straight out the fucking gate type shit. They just fresh got out of a relationship, right? But once they take those 2 years or so to boil it down, before you meet them, once they take them 2 years or a year or so out of the relationship, they can be the most gentle beings on the fucking planet Earth. To me, I call them angels. Gemini women. Oh my God. That is a demon. I love Gemini women though. I have a feeling I'm just gonna end up with one just because. That's like that's my biggest trigger is the Gemini woman. Gemini man too. There's something about them, like that talkative conversationalist, like very intelligent, witty, always getting back at you in some type of way. It's not even snide. They will openly slay you in front of everybody. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. Sorry, y'all. I gotta do a little smoke and make my lip dry. But we gotta smoke a little in order to talk about some of these folks. I'm thinking of an easier way to understand Libra men. Because sometimes what it feels like is it's a lot of heavy. So I want you to understand something. You will never ever be his mother. Okay? You got to understand, like, you will never be his mom. And that's the person that either he hates the most or he looks up to the most. If a Libra man ends up with a shitty woman as being the mother or the caretaker, he won't be shit. Okay, it's just the way that Libras are. Feminine energy is it for them. Okay, their mama is it for them. Or whoever had the feminine energy. It doesn't have to be mother, it could be sister, it could be brother, whatever. Like, you will hear a lot about the family, trust me. So basically, I can't be with them. Not all of them have shitty moms, everything like that. Not all of them do. But they learn a lot of their ways from the woman of the family. Okay, and they talk a lot like the woman of the family. And you got to understand, if that's what they saw was a woman bringing men in and out of the house, that's what they're going to emulate. They don't emulate the male. Okay, you know, my brother, he's right on the cusp of being a Libra. They don't emulate the male. He emulates my grandmother. Like, and he's got like, I don't know, man. It's so strange to me because sometimes I'm like, you know, a lot of my traits I just got picked up on the streets type shit. Because I have the like Gemini exalted and whatever, Gemini in so many different areas that it fucking kills me. But, you know, it is what it is. Geminis do like each other, by the way. Gemini and Gemini. I just don't. Gemini women sometimes they irk me because they know how to pull strings that piss me the fuck off. The cap you dealt with is like probably in the same boat. It's because that's probably the only sign I think that can really fuck me up and make me want to kill somebody. On a real note though, like for real.
But you're right. This Libra I dealt with through, you can't be more important than my family, right? And if his family, right, if he's married at home with kids too, you'll never be compared to that person. You know, even if he doesn't respect the mother of his children, or even if he's not like respecting the intimacy of the mother of his children, you will never be anything compared to that person. It's kind of sick if you think about it, but it's just the way they work. Okay, they take a lot from women and use that. Matt Cappy married a Gemini. That's what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna end up with one. I can see myself ending up with a Gemini or Taurus, who are my most, you know, for some reason they're just, oh my god, that is a migraine. It's a fucking migraine. And I want to love Gemini, so I love Gemini. I do love it. What am I saying? I love Gemini. Gemini is also my mother, so I kind of think with that. I'm like, my mom is a Gemini. And that Taurusness too kind of reminds me of Gemini, y'all. If you ever seen Taurus right, they're like a quiet gem. Divorced after several months. Probably because they almost killed each other. Probably because they almost killed each other. Oh my god. So can I tell you the problem of the dynamic, right? Because it's even worse that, like, Capricorn could literally pick anyone else except for Gemini. So Gemini is also a very, very strong head of household. Gemini is a masculine, right? Capricorn technically still a feminine sign, okay? The pettiness, the, you know, the little things. But Gemini is still very, very out of control. We can't stand people that are not in control. We think they're fun and funny to laugh at. We don't think that they are suitable as partners. Okay? And so when we kind of take, so Gemini is capable of charming. Like, they're very, very, very charming people. So when we see that little stable charm that they give off, and then like later they start fumbling when we're already in a relationship, it's panic mode. Okay, and that's where all the arguments and headbutting and all the slaps and the fighting comes from. It's like you really do have to love a person in order to sacrifice your whole entire identity to them. That's what you have to do to Gemini. Do for Gemini if you're a Capricorn. Okay, you have to submit. But we aren't known for that. We aren't known for that. We just can't. It can be like it, even when I look at like a positive. So I look at all the best traits between both of those two people. I'm looking right now, right? It's like a figure eight effect. We can work very well. Like, we could have a very, 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 like, we could have a mansion, love. We could have a mansion. We could have everything. Okay, financially, we would be set because both of us are capable of doing what needs to be done for our kids. But when I look at the whole, you know, love dynamic between us, it's too toxic. Because Gemini will go out and flirt with other people. Gemini will not even flirt. It's like Capricorn's just too sensitive that way, where we'll think people are flirting when they're not even flirting. Because we're flirtatious as well. Don't get me wrong. You know, but we're more blunt and bold about shit. We just can't. We just can't see that. We don't like that Gemini will pay attention to everybody but us. We don't like that. Okay, like, you know, I could just say you can be talking to several different people. Okay, because Gemini is super good at multitasking, right? When they get the hang of it, because not all of them are necessarily that way out the gate, but they're super good at multitasking. They can be. But I don't want you to multitask. I want you to pay attention to directly just me. If you're gonna sacrifice, you know, you're gonna go out and have this fun and go here and go there, you know, and I'm not with you and all that. You know, sometimes I want my space, but other times I'm gonna watch you breathing on my neck. I can't take a person who's 1 foot in and 1 foot out. To me, that's disrespectful. I want the whole pie. I ordered the whole pie, so why don't I have it? Can you tell I've dealt with Geminis before? Because I have. One Gemini in particular. I did really like her. I really liked her. But that time shit, home on time. If you're not here right, like, I'm not going to do that. Okay? I'm not going to be your middle monkey man, babe. I'm not going to be your bitch. I'm not going to be your bitch. You got me? I'm not no house nigga. You come here. We set the tone here. Right here. Bedroom, though. The bedroom with Gemini. Gemini to me has the most interesting sex, but that's all I say. Love the bedroom with Gemini. But other than that, I'm like, Jesus. They make you like grit your teeth and shit. You know, I started having problems after dealing with. I started having weird physical ailments after meeting Gemini. It's like where I clench my teeth and shit. Be like, why am I smoking like 100 packs a day and shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? Start getting like addictive issues. I'm like, Jesus. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna tell you it. Just thought about it. They trigger all of Capricorn's insecurities. Every single one. They push it. Every single one. Just by being who they are. So someone would have to sacrifice themselves in that relationship, their whole entire identity, to be in that relationship. Someone. And it wouldn't be me. No more. My Venus is in Gemini. That's why I went so bad with this cab. But, okay, right. Okay, so with Gem will also do this thing called overcompensation. I'm gonna call you out real quick on your Venus and Gemini. You will say exactly what the other person wants to get what you want. Okay? Or you will kind of point towards that, right? And of course, there's always a wall there. Like there's always, you know, if you have the correct boundaries for yourself, then there's always a wall there. But you will say everything but that. That's a trigger. Because Capricorn, you'll be saying all the right things. Ooh, we love it. Say all the right things. Oh my God. But then you'll be like, I'm outie. Peace. I'm outie. Goodbye. See ya. I gotta go deal with I gotta go deal with this mess and clean up on aisle fucking 12 and shit, bitch. Gotta go over here. See ya. Gotta go to work. Bye. See ya. And I won't contact you all throughout work because I'm busy and I get it. I'm busy too, but I can say I love you. I can say I love you. Okay? Triggers. I'm busy at work too, bitch. I have my hand on the fucking keyboard at work. And I'm on the phone with the people I'm working with, but I can still text you. I love you. Or I miss you. Or what's going on with you? What you doing? On my break. Or even when I'm on the phone. This is the thing too. I will drop every single thing for you. Capricorn or Gemini will do that too, to be fair. I will drop every single thing for you to pay attention to only you. You. Then it's me, and my money. Then it's you. Give me the same energy. Gemini Venus. Gemini Venus is sweet though. Gemini Venus is sweet. Can be. Because 1 foot in, 1 foot out shit piss me off. But you can be sweet. The sweetest of the sweet, right? Gemini Venus lovers. Yeah. That's long-term commitment right there. If you get them on the right day. On other days, they will just walk out the door and float away and shit. Like a balloon. You're like, oh, where did you... Damn, you didn't tell me where you was going. It's interesting. Like, are you gonna... Are you going out to cheat? Or what? There's a lot of assumptions you can make during those hours that you're gone, Gemini. You could have just gone to the beach. You could have just gone out, you're just going out to have a drink or go out to the beach. All you need to do is tell me. That ain't no restriction. Because you're in a relationship. Tell me what you're doing. I'm not being nosy. I'm just asking. Like, okay, let me trust you. Oh my god, I cannot do the 1 foot in, 1 foot. This is the problem too. I'm also so in Western. To be fair, I'm Gemini ascendant. Okay, so I do the same thing. So I can't even talk. And then I have Gemini in 2 other placements in 2 houses on my other team here, on my other squad. So there it is. I'll be talking all this shit because I know, okay? Because I know. But we can't both be tapped out of the fucking situation. I could choose when to be tapped out, but when I'm dealing with a Gemini sign, them motherfuckers just tap. They said bye. But I'm like, I'll choose when I'll be tapped. Okay? Okay, let's tap out of each other for a second. It's February 2nd, 2001. I'm 21-year-old. 2201. Love saying that. People are like, why wasn't it 2202? Bitch, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Bitch. Now no more cigarettes, so I'm like, let me make sure this is popping up. With an old soul. That's what people say. With an old soul, but truthfully, I just think I'm more observant than most. I say everybody's soul is fucking chrysalis and cracked the fuck up by now. My North Node is in Gemini, so I'm supposed to be more Gemini-like, and that is the sign I have always had. So you're supposed to be more communicative. You're supposed to get along with the rest of humanity using communication. Am I more of a Virgo? No, it just means that you're supposed to be more like Virgo. This is the path that you follow for your destiny. And listening, yo. That's one thing I like about Gemini. They do listen. It's just sometimes selective hearing. Same with Cap. So you get what you give. We're two alike. Interesting though. Virgo North Node. That's like you know, the working piece, the family piece. It's creating the nest, is what it is. You're supposed to have all that financial stability and greatness, and usually that is the long. I'm gonna be honest with you. Virgo North Node is usually the longer periods where without a partner that you're gonna find yourself the most successful. Okay, you're likely gonna find a partner way later in life than what you're expecting now. I just mean long term for the rest of your life. You got me? And you might not even, bitch. You might choose to be the hoe on the island type shit. You might choose to be the old bitch walking around on the nudist beach, strutting around like she owned the motherfucking building. My North Node is Libra. Do a lot of traveling. That is your part of your destiny is doing a lot of understanding other cultures, lots of travel, lots of understanding other people from distant valleys. Okay, you're gonna want to move around a lot, jump around a lot, And while right now you could be kind of caved in, not wanting or not needing anything, do a lot of traveling. You won't forget it, okay? And you will learn a lot of your spiritual diseases. You will learn a lot of your karma from travel. Yeah, so with time I have stopped searching for relationships. Thank you, I don't travel. You should. It will open up a new piece of you, a new part of you spiritually, metaphysically, everywhere. Like physically, you become a different person. You just got to meet more people that are like you, and they're not going to be from where you live. Okay, they're not going to be from hometown New Jersey type shit. They're not going to be from there. They're going to be from some distant, far away place. It's okay if I'm single. If you're okay with that, that shows that you have the independence to be, or find a person who has similar goals. Can you speak? Right? Because that's it, isn't it? It's like finding a person who is independent just like you. And if you're already like that, then like that's a really good thing, I would say. I don't think you're too distant away from dating and relationships. You can find that any time in your life. That's what people just don't. They just don't hold that. You can exercise being single for as long as you want. Okay? People find partners when they're like 80 years old in the old person home and shit. If anyone puts me in one of those motherfuckers, I swear to God, I'll kill somebody. Someone want to put me in one of them motherfucking old home, I don't give a fuck. I'll kill somebody. Bitch, try me. Put me up in that bitch. Hell no. I don't care how crazy I am. You better take care of, wipe my motherfucking ass, bitch. Because I'll give my kids everything. Okay? That needs to be returned to me. Yeah, North Node of Virgo. That's what I was talking about. Usually they'll want to be alone for a long period to get shit done. Because that's just the way it is. Okay? We all need soul growth on a different, like, it's all different trails, different aspects, different destinies. If ours don't coincide, we can't be together. Bitch, that's the way it is. That's Virgo. That's Virgo North Node. I work blood, sweat, and tears for what I have. I think my North Node is Gemini. My North Node is definitely Gemini. That's in northern Vedic. Western is Aquarius. So I am who I am. Like that. That makes no sense, bitch. You put me on a path where I already am who I am. And I gotta fucking throw it at everybody and shit. That's boring. I love Vedic astrology. It's a lot more interesting as far as like soul growth, karma, dharma. It's more captivating. Yeah, because it's real. That's what they say, because it's real. It's more realistic. Stubby, you are funny as fuck. This bitch don't even have her eyes open. She over here grooming herself. Go to bed. She's such a gross. Stop licking all over the blankets and shit. Go to bed. Nasty. The way she's doing it too is so funny. Alright, yeah, I can pull a card for you. I had to think about it. I had to be selective for a second. This cat, bro. She's a Taurus. Taurus team, Taurus squad. That's why I think I might end up with a Taurus. Like, she's the only being at this current time that could actually take my energy right now. Okay, let's see. I can't wear. Okay. Shivani, you don't want to build alone, but you have to. That's like, this is a part of your journey, is building alone. You don't want to have to do it alone, though. Because I can see, like, the infighting, whether it's family, whether it's lovers, whether it's friends, whatever it is, you got to go off on your own path. Like, you're not going to have any freedom unless you go out alone. You understand that? So you can rely on whoever you want to rely on and fix whoever you want to fix. You can try to fix your own family, try to fix everything, but the only way you're ever going to do these things is if you go out alone. You understand that? Because we come in alone and bitch, we dying alone. So you gotta go out alone. You understand? That means get your own shit, get your own apartment. Stop revolving around the negativity that is within the family realm and within the friend realm. You gotta go. Okay? Like, stop being tentative and be like, oh yeah, I can heal this person or I can heal this. No, the fuck you can't. Okay? It's already been proven several times to you before. What has changed in this dynamic? Nothing. But what will change is that if you leave and go take care of yourself and get yourself on board, you might be able to do something towards your situation. Okay, Shivani? But you got to learn independence away from codependent people. That's just how the story goes. You can't keep holding on and beating a dead horse. Won't ever get you anywhere. Okay? Travel away from the toxicity. Get away as far as you can. If you got to go to school or go here or go there, go. Just go. You'll fix it when you come back. You'll deal with what you got to deal with when you come back. Too young to be dealing with all this bullshit. Too young. Purple mango. Yeah, payment priority. Let me get purple mango and then I'll get you here. Purple mango. Purple mango. Oh wow. Purple mango. Oh, you're trying to figure out who the fuck you are even. Like, I think you're trying to figure out what your relevancy is on this path ahead. Yeah, you're trying to figure out who the fuck you are. You're unsure of how to do this. Even though a lot of your life, I think you've mapped out shit alone by yourself, it's like you're still confused. So I'm not really understanding, because you realize that a lot of the character deficiencies, okay, a lot of the things that you've worked out alone, like, you haven't worked that out with anybody else. These are things you can do for yourself, by yourself. You can heal by yourself. You understand that? Like, kind of a very similar message to the last one, except you already have you're already zoned in on independence. It's like you second guess yourself 24/7, and you're like, oh yeah, but really, can I do this? Can I really do this? Can I, am I really the right one? Can I do this? Yeah, you can. But why are you second guessing that shit? Like, that's just boring, right? It's like, you're right. You're correct on a situation. Okay, I don't know if that's confirmation for you, but you're right about somebody. If that's what you asking me, you're right about something. That's what they're saying. You're right about it. Maybe you're right to let it go or take a step back, whatever. You're right about it. I keep seeing Gemini up in your energy, so you're right about it. Like, the beating the dead horse energy is so large with this group. You're right. What else do you want me to tell you, Purple Mango? You're right. I think it's hard for you to function, though. Like, I think the self-hatred and the self-doubt in you sometimes is so strong that it overtakes your life. You understand? Like, you become almost like a rock in a hard place. Or they also talked about, like, you becoming sediment or something. Like, just sitting. Not being, feeling helpless. Feeling like, everything is going under. That's the tower moment of your life, where you're meant to take control of it. And you have before, and you can do it again. So, you're right about something. Just know that, okay? That's what they're saying. It's confirmation. You're right about this. I'm triple Gemini. Jesus Christ. That is... You know what they just told me? Look, 333. Triple Jesus Christ. We was talking about you earlier, love. Okay? You're right. Now start from talk to yourself about what you already do know. Okay. Talk to yourself about more like what do you already know about your person or the situation or your family? Like, what do you already know about this situation? Because there's a lot that's been on your mind that's been bugging you and eating you and bothering you. What do you already know? Like, these are things that you know. You don't have to second guess yourself every 5 seconds. You just know. That's it. You just know. Geminis are very much misunderstood. Of course they are. It's two people within one. Technically. It's two people within one. It's a devil and an angel. You choose which side you get, bitch. Or they choose which side that you get. Geminis are very misunderstood. That light is bothering my eye, bro. Don't tell me it's the same shit, bro. I swear. Okay, so you're trying to find balance and stability, but don't know where to go or how to find it. I'm gonna say, this is more or less about like financial stability. It's about actually getting to the next stage. Like moving to the next day is what I heard. Moving on to the next day, taking it day by day or something like that. I'm gonna say taking it day by day. Okay. So there's something that you want to do with yourself that, okay, so either, I think you're definitely in a really unhappy place financially. Like, you're definitely not where you want to be or need to be right now. For some reason, you're taking this as like the only way to get what you need or to get what you want, but that's just not true. Okay, like what you're doing now is not sufficing. That's not the only way that you could do it. You understand me? You have to, they say you have to start over. Find another thing. Like, to be fair, the only way that you're going to get stuck and tied down to a particular like zone or job or whatever it is, a mentality, is if you allow yourself to do that. Like, you can't allow yourself the room to get tired. You just have to skip over and do it. Switching career, a whole field, do it. They're saying start over. You found out what it wasn't right for you, so there's no stress behind it. It's like, you can make coin no matter what. That's what you know about yourself. And so take advantage of that, right? Switch the whole fucking field. Who gives a flying fuck? You might be anxious, tired, annoyed, whatever, but you'll get over it because you'll be making money by the end of it. Okay? Yeah, they said North Node. That is a part of your skills. Is to restart over and do what you got to do. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I could see you restarting over many, many, many times. Meaning trying many, many different things. Okay, not just this. Not even just this one. I see you skipping through, hop, and a jump. So that's the way it is. I see you skipping through. Just like, what do we got going on? Yeah, please, when I'm in the middle of a reading, don't ask for a reading. Just be respectful of other people's, I just want to see what the person wants to say, So be respectful of other people's readings. Now, if I said I was going to do your reading with like, blah, 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 whatever. I know you asked for a card, so I'll know. Maybe my mind wants to learn everything, and isn't that okay though? So allow yourself to have the space to do that. Don't level yourself down in the playing field just because you don't think you can accomplish all of these things within one go, because you can, but with time. And it's never going to be a solid plan for you either, is what I'm picking up. It's always going to be a surprise. Okay? It'll be shocking. But remember, you got that power, love. You got that power. That's just that Libra shit. That's that Libra shit. You got that power. XYZ. Okay. There's the daddy issues. Let's see. Alright. XYZ. Daddy issues. Mommy issues. Everybody's an issue. There it is. So, I don't necessarily know what you expect to get from this situation. Right? You know, I can see codependency here in the relationship with your parents. Right? I definitely see who you are. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I know who you are. But I'm saying, even because, you know, I don't even give a fuck about that, truly. But let me tell you something. You're never going to get to where you want to go if you let these people slow you down and stop you. You got me? So you know, at this point, you're in like kind of a codependent tit for tat situation with your family, with particularly the masculine and the mother, mostly the mother here. You're never going to be able to escape this loop unless you break away from it personally. And as an adult, that's kind of the justice that you have to give yourself. Okay? Like, they're really pushing freedom to express for everyone here. But you're gonna have to fight for that, some of you. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Like, there's not an allotted time for you to escape. You gotta understand that. You make the time. You schedule and hash that shit out by yourself. You do that for yourself as an independent human. As an adult. That's what you do. That's what you're meant to do. So unless you do that, and regardless of anxieties and past stress and bullshit, you ain't getting nowhere. Like, the train is going to keep moving without you. Okay, so if you don't want to leave this behind, then you're fucked. That's all I can tell you. Is if you want to keep chugging and plugging into a codependent relationship with your mother, that's it for you. You're going to keep doing that. Until you change. Until you move. You're going to keep being the slave and the personal, the personal asshole and the target and the dartboard and this way, that you're going to keep being that until you choose to move. Okay? You might not see a lot of options now, but I say the biggest option here is getting a steady financial, grounds. Starting to gain on some motherfuckers. Gain some money. Get some fucking money up in this hole. Think about moving. Hop away from your little island. That's it. Only so many times I could tell someone the same shit, right? Only so many. This is actually a really good deck. I like this deck. I'm using the Native American deck right now. That's one of the past people, Shirley. When I have little stalkers and shit. Surrealist. Tarot. Surrealist. People who conjure up on my channel and shit. I was actually confused if I was doing the right thing switching the job. Don't second guess. When you're heading in, you're making strong decisions because you know you can do it. Don't second guess yourself. You know you're capable of it. Yeah, it is. Energy was off. It is what it is. You know, I'm not going to judge. No, at this point in time, I don't really give a fuck about the whole little fishes coming up in and stalking and doing all that kind of shit. They don't really do anything at this point to me. It's like water off my back. If I'm going to give somebody the same advice over and over again, maybe someday it'll get through their head. I don't really care. That's the thing. I don't care for those people. Hey, Joe Beth. Dr. Joe Beth. I could really go for a smoke right now, though. I wish I bought a little Novo thing. Little Novo. Little smoke sesh. I gave it to my brother, of course. Little fucking asshole. Damn it. Of course. Yeah, not many people are feeling the little Aquarius full moon that was going on, huh? All y'all fighting it too. All y'all fighting the shit. All y'all fighting Aquarius, y'all. You can't fight, you know, you gotta fight to be independent. You can't be, like I said, the beating the dead horse energy is so crazy. It's so fucking nuts. Joe Bev. Joe Bev. Stop being mad because you used to be a moderator and you can't control people no more. You did not grow by any balls. In fact, you have not grown at all since the last time you've been on my fucking channel. Grow the fuck up. Like, if you do come, so if you do come in on a second, third, fourth, fifth account, the least you can do is be kind to the people that are on here so that you don't get found out. Be respectful of my fucking energy, and I'll respect yours. I don't have to do nothing. Remember that. All right, Dr. Zobel. Okay, so you're in a tough spot here. I feel like there is a third wheel aspect going on here in your life. Maybe someone's getting more attention than you. I'm picking up a third wheel energy, like between two females and maybe a male. Might be like man choosing his mother over the daughter type situation. Fit however it's supposed to fit, but like I said, there is a toxic little zone going on here. I feel like it's to do with communication most of all. Okay, I feel like it's miscommunication. I feel like someone just can't accept you. Okay, they can't accept you. Unfair advantage. You say my person is going to marry someone. Well, there it is. There it is. Not laughing at you, promise. Okay, so they just can't accept you. I mean, it's over. Yeah, that's what they said. It's over. The biggest piece of advice I could actually give you in this situation is that you were never chosen to begin with. And I want you to understand that. You never really were chosen to begin with. I mean, you're allowed to have feelings, obviously. You can have feelings all day if you want. Like, you have feelings for the situation, but don't waste yourself on it. You got me? So, have feelings, but choose to continue to move forward other than getting depressed and bogged down and tied to the situation. So if you obviously wanted this person pretty badly, you got to know that, like, it's not your fault. Okay, it was never going to work out because he wasn't choosing you. There was no scenario where he was going to choose you. Okay, so it's not your fault. It just means that you got to do a little bit more realization on yourself and realize how worthy you are of affection and in a relationship. You got to work on yourself. Okay, self-care. Don't start doing the pity party shit and playing the violins. You know you're a bad bitch. You know you're beautiful. You know you're a bad bitch. And that's the way it is. Okay? Excuse me. Yeah, they say you might try to take a risk again, try to get back in it. No, it's just he's never ever gonna feel the same way that you do, babe. He never will. And that's just the way it is. I know you're asking, how will it go? You know, can I get him over here? No, it's never gonna work. You just gotta understand that you're worth more than this. Okay? You shouldn't have to be tied up in the third party situation just to get some love. Like, this is not okay at this point in time. You gotta heal your heart, right? I gotta take a piss. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad it was a slower night because then I could relax and chat a little bit, get a little chatty, talk about a little bit of astrology. But I think I'm gonna get off so I can piss and also post on Twitter. So, of course, I appreciate you. Good convo for sure. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. You have a good day too, Shelly. Thank you for moderating, sweetie. All the beautiful people that came up in here. -1 flack on the fucking ass of time. Appreciate you for coming up in. Hope you liked it. If you didn't, well, catch you next time. Maybe you'll like it then. You can catch me at all hours type shit. Okay. Also, I do post on Twitter. On Twitter, OCCULTURE. It's OCCULTURE everywhere. But on YouTube, of course, it's OCCULTURE Tarot. But, you know, we get it. If you want a full reading, remember, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or email. All of it's in the description below. Everything. So, people really get hopping on. So, you better eat them fucking full readings up before they gone. Because you know your boy's about to take a big break. I'm about to hop off this bitch. Alright. I'm done playing. I'll see you guys. Bye.